Completing the guild all-about contract murder without killing anyone might seem like a tall task, but that's only until you realize that there are a concerning amount of actions Todd Howard doesn't consider murder. For example, holding a spiked block high above your head and letting it come crashing down into someone's skull might seem like a pretty obvious case of killing someone. But think about it. The log wasn't in our hands when it hit the goblin's head now, was it? Same with these logs being carried down, not by us, but by gravity. That's nature's force. Nobody could have done anything to prevent that. And why would you? Opening the door for nature to take its course is how it's supposed to be. Just look at what happens when you're afraid of trusting nature. You end up selling out your Morioh for a quick buck by becoming an assassin. I can't even imagine what would compel a man to act in such a way and not letting us in on it. But that's fine. Once we make a name for ourselves as a freelancer, we're sure to be approached by a talent scout, which is the first major challenge of this run. The conventional way of joining the Dark Brotherhood involves killing an innocent person, after which you are approached by Lucien Lachance and offered an initiation quest, which means if we want to join without killing anyone, we need to increase this murder counter by 1 while keeping it at 0. And while 0 plus 1 might not equal 0 according to you, it does according to Todd Howard. And as you will learn throughout this run, you're better off not questioning Todd. First we head to Memorial Cave. In here we let ourselves get attacked by vampires until we get infected with porphyric hemophilia. Then we find a safe plague like this inn and make a safe in front of the door. Then we wait inside until our porphyric hemophilia develops into fully fledged vampirism. After some more waiting, our vampirism worsens and we now take damage while in the sun. Now we wanna head outside and attack someone while taking sun damage and make a save at the same time. We know we've done it right if trying to load the save crashes the game. This save file is now completely brick, so instead we load up the previous save in front of the door. By pausing the game while the area transition loads up, we can load in the character from the corrupted save file into the area the current character was about to enter. At least sometimes it works like this. After getting the game to work properly, well, not really properly, but the way we want to, Lucien Lachance visits us and tells us to kill Rufio inside the Inn of Ill Omen. And as you can see, our murder counter is still at 0. How does this work? Don't ask me, ask Todd. On second thought, maybe don't ask Todd, because he doesn't consider putting a hood enchanted to kill the wearer onto someone's head murder. After all, it's the item that killed them, not us. How I got this hood? Oh, funny story. My grandpa died and left me this giant magic tower. In here I found a book that told me about the guy that made a pact with Clavicus Vile. Now his code contains limitless money as long as he doesn't wash himself. Naturally I paralyzed him and ransacked his pockets until I could barely walk anymore. I'd call that easy money if it wasn't for how badly this guy stinks. Then I used a small fraction of the money I stole to pay off my fine. I refurnished Frostwind Spire and bought some scented candles to get rid of the smell. I also got a zero-weight hood, which I had imagined to be a bigger deal, you know, a physical item that's completely weightless. Then I tried to buy a filled soul gem, but they only wanted to sell me empty ones, so I waited until they closed shop to come back and drop the stones and a bunch of other items I don't even need to send a message. After, I made sure to leave an adequate amount of gold behind for compensation, to keep him guessing what kind of message I'm trying to send. After that, all I had to do was assemble the cursed hood.
So, the deed is done. How do I know this?
Because I explained it to you in great detail.
You will find that the Dark Brotherhood knows a great many things, for you are now part of the family. You must now go to the city of Chedenhall, to the abandoned house near the eastern wall.
That's their hideout? Not even a cave troll would wanna live here. I didn't mean it like that.
Greetings, greetings. I am Oshiva, mistress of this sanctuary. Lucien has told me all about you. Let me welcome you to the Dark Brotherhood. When you're ready for work, go and speak with Vicente Valtieri. He handles all assignments for new family members. But before you go, please accept this gift from your new family. A unique set of armor, lighter than the void, and black as normal leather.
Warmest greetings to you. I trust you've already spoken with Oshiva. I am Vicente Valtieri. I provide assignments for all new family members. I'm not sure how you feel about pirates, but you've got to kill one. A captain, in fact, on his ship, surrounded by his crew. Here is what you must do. Go to the waterfront district of the Imperial City. There you will find a ship named the Marie Helena. Board the ship and find its captain, Gaston Tussaud. He'll be in his cabin. Eliminate Tussaud in any manner you see fit.
Eliminate him? I don't think so. The only reason I joined this organization in the first place is to change it from the inside. Working within the system for incremental change is the most consistent way forward, which is why we need radical action. Those pirates are setting up shop right under your nose, exploiting loopholes to technically stay within the bounds of the law, and you're just standing here not doing anything about it. You will never affect positive change in this world if you're only willing to use channels that have been set up by the people in power to make you fail every time. That's the spirit, making the world a better place, one dead pirate at a time.
What in blazes? You ain't one of me crew. You best start explaining yourself, mate, if you want to get off this ship alive. Justice? Ha! I've been avoiding that all my life, mate. Let me show you how.
Oh, you little pervert. Hey Oshiva, you won't believe what my last target had. Can you imagine someone would actually be into this? Alright, gotta turn in my contract now.
The pirate has been eliminated. Excellent. Please accept this black band as your reward. It is
Normal leather.
Whose powers are quite useful to those who value
The void.
We need you to stage an accident. The target is a wood elf named Bainlin. You will find him at his home in Bruma. On the second floor is a secret door leading to a crawl space. Inside are the fastenings of a mounted head that hangs over Bainlin's favorite chair. Loosen those fastenings any night between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., and the head will surely fall on Bainlin as he relaxes in his chair, as is his custom.
If it isn't the newest member of the family, let's get one thing straight. The tenants prevent me from killing you.
That's all it takes to be a good person in my book. Let's see. Life detection amulet? Nice. Invisibility potion? Very useful. Oh, a poisoned apple. How whimsical.
Just take your trinkets and go. Away from me, house cat. Look at that fur. What a disgrace.
Hey, I wanted to apologize for what I said earlier. I just now realized how hurtful those kinds of comments can be, and I really don't want something like this weighing on my conscience. Now to cause some accidents, on purpose. Getting entrance couldn't be easier with a flimsily locked basement and a bodyguard that guards only the main entrance.
Ha!
What shoddy craftsmanship. If anyone gets their kill count increased for that one, it's the carpenter that installed that head. Ah, nothing beats an honest day's work as a carpenter. Wait, what's that for? Wait. No, wait, no, wait, 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 wait.
The accident has been staged and Bainlin lies dead. Well done. You have more than earned your reward and bonus. I present to you this
Leather.
It's
Normal leather.
known as Sufferthorn. Its prick is
The void.
I assure you. It just so happens I have another contract available, one that requires an expert in infiltration. Your target is a dark elf named Valen Dreth. He thinks he's safe in prison. He is tragically mistaken. A prisoner recently escaped from the prison using a set of secret tunnels connected to the Imperial City's sewer system. It's a perfect way inside. You will receive a bonus if you fulfill the contract without killing any of the prison guards.
Getting a bonus for not killing? My presence is already taking hold. Getting through the sewers is really easy. The first part only contains rats and mudcrabs we can just run past. And as a vampire we can turn invisible for 3 full minutes, which makes sneaking past the guards a non-issue. The real obstacle will be finding our target. There are a lot of dark elves locked up in here and I doubt they'll be screaming their names at me.
When I get out of here, all of Tamriel will know my name. Valen Dreth! Valen Dreth!
All right, all right. I'm tempted to let you out right now if you just shut up.
Come on! You've got to help me! Let old Valen out of this cell. You've got your freedom, now give me mine. What do you say, huh? Come on, friend.
Wait, I remember you from somewhere. You stole my credit card information! Oh, I'm gonna let you out, alright?
You've got to get me out of here. Come on, open the door.
But the door's already open.
You dare torment me? Valen Dreth? Let me out of this cell, you fetid piece of guadong!
What even is your problem? I wouldn't have felt bad even if I had killed you. Which I didn't, for the record.
You infiltrated the Imperial prison, eliminated Valen Dreth, and killed not one guard. Most excellent. In addition to your standard reward, I present to you this bonus. Behold,
The void
of
normal leather.
I have a special contract that needs fulfillment. We're usually called upon to take a life, but not this time. This contract requires us to stage the assassination of a marked man. You must go to the city of Coral and break into the house of Francois Mortier. Inside you will find Mortier waiting for you. Do not kill him. You see, Francois Mortier is a marked man. He owes a considerable sum to the wrong kind of people, so they have sent an enforcer to kill him. Here. You will use this specially poisoned knife to stage Mortier's death in the enforcer's presence.
And just like that, the quest turned from ending lives to saving them.
Oh, well, hello. You must be the one Lucien Lachance told me about. I've been expecting you. We haven't got much time, I'm afraid. I borrowed quite a bit of gold from some underworld types. I missed a payment. Now they don't even want the money. They say I insulted them. They've sent an enforcer to kill me. His name is Hides His Heart, and he's on his way here now. That's why I hired you, so you can fake my death. When Hides His Heart gets here, I'll put on a little act. You'll cut me with your poison knife, and that vile enforcer will think I'm dead. If you wait a day, my body will be put on display in the Coral Chapel Undercroft. You can come to me then and administer the antidote.
Mortieri, I know you're in there. My employers are most displeased. I'm coming in, and you can beg for your life. Not that it will do you any good.
I will now kill this man. I have now killed this man. Alright, now we gotta wait for a day until they transport his undead body into the chapel. But we're not just gonna rest this time. Instead, we do some shopping. Inside the capital we buy a bunch of spells to gain access to the effects in spellmaking. Inside the Skin Red Magic Guild we can buy a Drain Magica spell that isn't available in the capital. And we even get a complimentary fire salt. And inside Honmun's house in Bruma we can find 2 more. Don't worry about him finding out though. He went on a business trip to Skyrim. Back in our tower we can use those salts to conduct a summoning ritual to conjure a fire elemental, which, unlike spellbound summons, is considered its own entity, so any creatures killed by it doesn't fall back to us. Then we make a custom Fortify and Touch spell. We choose a Fortify spell because it's one of the weakest ones. The XP gained from casting a spell is always the same no matter how weak or strong the spell is. So if we make it weak enough to cost only 1, our Magicka will have regenerated back to full by the time the casting animation is finished. That's also why we picked the Touch spell, since those have the fastest casting animation. With this spell we can train our restoration until it's high enough that we can make an actually useful healing spell. Like this one, which not only heals the target, but also increases their max health, increases the damage they deal, and cuts all damage they receive in half. The only problem is that this spell costs more Magicka than we have, but we can remedy this by creating another custom spell. One that combines Fortify Intelligence and Fortify Magicka to increase the limit of our Magicka with Drain Magicka to reset it to that new limit. I did all of this because, well, let's have Mortier explain why.
I'm a bit stiff, but quite fine otherwise. Ah, yes, the Undercroft. My family members are buried here, you know. Which leads me to something I may have failed to mention before. My ancestors will see my revival as a desecration of their tomb. This Undercroft is, well, quite cursed. Any desecration will cause my ancestors to rise from their graves and defend their resting place. Ah, here they come! Oh my, Aunt Margaret, you're looking the worse for wear.
Unlike a lot of quest NPCs, Mortier isn't marked as essential, so we have to make sure he doesn't die while fighting off the undead, which isn't made easier by him not carrying any weapons or armor. But thanks to our constant supply of buffs, we can make it to the escape point without any more complications.
Ah, the Grey Mare. From here I will be able to arrange for transportation out of Cyrodiil. You have served me well, assassin. So Mortieri has escaped. Well done. As payment, I am pleased to award you this
Void.
heart, as well as another advancement in rank. I'm afraid I have no more contracts for you. Our time working together has come to an end. Instead, you must report to Ochiva, here in the sanctuary.
Don't worry, Valtieri. I got this.
Ah, greetings. I have been waiting for you. Your target is a high elf named Phalion. He lives somewhere in the Imperial City and fancies long walks. Unfortunately, that's all we know. We don't know which district he calls home, which establishments he frequents, or anything about his schedule.
Valtieri, I need your help. I don't got this.
The elves of the Imperial City are a fairly close-knit community. One of them will have at least heard of Phalion. You should ask around.
Just ask. Do you really think I can just ask?
Phalion, you say? Why, yes, I know who he is. Rather a distasteful fellow, actually. I believe he lives right here at the Tiber Septim Hotel. Talk to the publican, Augusta Kalida. I'm sure she can tell you more about him.
Okay, but just because we found one elf that likes to gossip doesn't mean that we can just...
I just don't know what to do about Phalion. All he thinks about, all he cares about is skooma. I followed him a few times to see where he goes. He walks around the city looking for skooma. And then he goes to Lorkmir's house for several hours.
Okay, but we still don't know where that is.
It's in the Elfin Gardens district.
Okay, let's just get this over with. Phalion, you in here? Phalion, this is an intervention. Your friends care about you. Phalion, care to explain why the house owner is dead in the basement?
Skooma? Oh, yeah. You want to be my friend? I'll tell you what. Skooma's the only thing I want. You get me some. Now listen up. Skooma. You know what that is? Get me some skooma and we'll be good friends. Okay?
Oh, don't worry. I'll help you. Light up.
The high elf Phalion now swims in the maelstrom of darkness at the feet of our dread father, Sithis. Here is your normal leather and the void. Both have been well earned. I have another contract when you're ready. Nestled in the mountains to the west lies Fort Such. It is the home of the warlord Roderick and his mercenaries. Roderick has recently taken ill. He now lies in eternal slumber, kept alive only by the daily administration of a powerful medicine. You must infiltrate Fort Such, find Roderick's medicine, and replace it with a poisoned bottle I will provide, but you must remain undetected.
Before we leave, we wanna talk with Tainava for some additional info regarding our mission.
Fort Such, I am familiar with that place. It's nestled deep in the mountains. It is naturally well defended, but there is a weakness. Not far from the ruins of Fort Such lies the ruins of a tower. The two ruins lie apart on the surface, but underground they're connected by some now flooded tunnels. Wet and dark, yes, but surely unguarded.
I don't like the way you said that. We will also buy a chameleon spell. Chameleon is an upgraded version of invisibility that also conceals all sounds we make, including that of casting spells. If combined with Fortify and Drain Magicka, we can now stay completely undetectable for as long as we want.
Welcome to the Horse Whisperer. Are you interested in a horse? We have the finest white horses in Cyrodiil. None are hardier, and only the black horses of Cheydinhal are faster.
That is refreshingly honest marketing.
Wonderful! Go out front. Ernest will have the white saddled and ready for you.
Alright, we've arrived at the fort, and while we are undetectable, a giant sentient fire would give us away pretty quickly, so we're gonna have our companions wait outside. Inside, we steal a key from the first bandit we come across. With the entire fort now open to us, we can head straight for the medicine cabinet to switch out the potions. And from here, we can just leave the same way we came from. Oh, it started to rain! Oh, it started to rain. And it seems to me, you've lived your life. like a fire at Tronag in the wind, never knowing how to conjure when the rain set in. And I would have liked to heal you, but I was just a Khajiit. Your fire sword burnt out long before your Elder Scrolls Legends ever did.
So you infiltrated Fort Such, remained undetected, and replaced the medicine with the poison I provided. You are truly a master of shadow. It pleases me greatly to offer you this void and a well-earned normal leather. Are you ready to mingle with the doomed house guests? Do you like parties? Because you've been invited to one. Of course, you'll be killing all the other guests. You need to go to the city of Skingrad, to the large house known as Summit Mist Manor. There, you will meet up with 5 very unlucky guests. The guests believe there is a chest of gold hidden in the house.
A chest of gold?
There is, of course, no chest of gold.
Of course.
When all the guests lie dead, you will be free to leave. Now go. See the doorman at Summit Mist Manor. He will explain the rest. Have fun.
The key to successfully completing this contract is effectively blending in with the other guests. So for Sithis' sake, do not wear your hood.
Oh yeah, good point. What? Okay, I'll put on the dress. You know, I'm tempted to bait out engagement by asking what your favorite Dark Brotherhood mission is, but I think we both know the answer already. There are many ways to beat this quest without killing, one of which is by pitting the guests against each other. For example, Remo hates Matilda.
Apparently, the poor old woman thinks she's from a well-to-do family. Truth is, I have servants with more nobility in their blood than her.
He is also attracted to Dovesi.
Can I be honest with you, my friend? I find Dovesi captivating. She possesses a beauty beyond compare.
Who shares his hate for Matilda.
Honestly, I don't think she likes me. It's because I'm a Dunmer. I heard her say something to Neville, and it wasn't very nice.
Which means it only takes a bit of encouragement for him to have a lapse in judgment. Neville is the first to suspect foul play.
A guest has been murdered. So it begins. You mark my words, this entire party is a trap. Someone wants us all dead and now they have their chance.
And for him, only one guest story doesn't make any sense.
I'll confess that I have no idea why Primo is here. The kid's got more wealth than the rest of us combined. He sure doesn't need a chest of gold.
And as a soldier...
I'm a Red Guard, though I've never actually been to Hammerfell. I was born here in Cyrodiil. My family has been in the Legion for 3 generations.
He's not one to take half measures. Ned was never one to trust a soldier.
I will confide something in you, my friend. I despise Neville and all his Imperial Legion ilk. They are useless, uncaring tools of corruption. 3 years ago, my village in Skyrim was attacked by bandits. We went to the nearby Imperial Legion outpost, but they refused to help us. My dear, sweet daughter Olga was killed that day. She was murdered, and the Legion would do nothing to help her. Neville and his kind are scum.
And with Dovesi's life at risk.
Let me confide something in you, my friend. Dovesi is the spitting image of my own daughter. Her skin is darker, of course, but that sweet face. My daughter was killed, you see, a few years back by bandits. I'm sorry. Please forgive a father's heavy heart.
He was quick to make a judgment.
With 2 of us now dead, it seems like the others are looking for Neville for protection. The fools. He'll kill them like he did the others. That's right. I think Neville is the murderer. I can't prove it yet, but he'll slip up, just you wait. Whatever you do, don't turn your back on him.
And with his only comfort being in Booswich, the house had plenty to offer.
I haven't seen death like this in a long, long time. It's a bit more than my nerves can handle, I'm afraid. I plan to gather up every drop of drink in this house and keep it to myself. If things get any worse around here, I find comfort there, you see.
He was quick to take action as well.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Dovesi was equally quick to judge.
Only 3 of us left. I'm certainly no murderer, and I know it's not you. That leaves one person. We must protect ourselves. Find weapons.
And equally quick to take action.
It's Nels. He's the murderer. We have to get him before he gets us. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have to kill Nels.
With so much death surrounding her.
Oh, can it really be true? Can the killer really be dead? This has been such a nightmare. I just want to find a way out of this house and go home.
Dovisi was quick to take refuge in a friendly gesture. Even if it was just a simple offering of food.
Well done. Not only did you kill the 5 guests, you acted as an agent of the Void and Normal Leather. You have earned your Normal Leather and Void, assassin. I lay upon you now the Void. As Normal Leather, may she walk with you always and guide your hand as you
come
in accordance with the 5 tenets. Do you recall the name Adamus Philida, the Imperial Legion best? It's time he joined Sithis in the Void. Adamus Philida has spent his entire career investigating the Dark Brotherhood, interrupting our contracts, killing our family members. Now the Legion Pig's years of service have come to an end. He has retired. Philida now resides in Leowin, in the City Watch Barracks, an honored guest of the soldiers there.
To permanently retire Adamus Philida, we will make ourselves a paralysis spell, because the former commander likes to go swimming in the afternoon, and if he were to ramp up and drown, I mean, you wanna arrest the water, put out a warrant for the meal he ate before. And since we're in the business of being a good person, I'm just gonna take out those keys and let myself into the office of his successor, to inform him about his mentor's tragic death.
Adamus Philida is dead. I could feel my heart swell with the Night Mother's love the moment that Imperial Pig issued his last breath. You have done a great service to the Dark Brotherhood today, assassin. Your void is well earned. You also managed to leave Philida's severed finger as a warning to his successor. Well done. Your bonus, 500 additional normal leather, is well earned. Go now, get some rest. Sithis knows you've earned it. When you're ready for another contract, you need only ask.
As we climb up the ranks of the Brotherhood and my concern for Bethesda's staff grows, we get a letter telling us to meet our initial Brotherhood contact in an abandoned fort just north of the city. The inside is guarded by undead and heavily booby-trapped, but there's a hidden entrance inside a hollowed out tree behind the fort. There's also some gold and a ring of speed hidden on top one of the walls. We like to have fun here in the Dark Brotherhood.
I'm afraid there is a situation. The time has come to test both your skill and your loyalty to Sithis. The Black Hand has learned that the Dark Brotherhood has been infiltrated. By whom and for what purpose we do not yet know. What we do know is that there is some link between the traitor and the Cheydinhal Sanctuary. The traitor has tainted that place beyond repair. It was learned that the traitor has been active for quite some time, since before you joined the Brotherhood. That absolves you of any suspicion. And that, dear child, is why the Black Hand has chosen you to perform the ancient rite known as purification. Everyone inside the sanctuary must die. You must break one of the tenets you have sworn to uphold. I know this is an unexpected turn of events, but drastic measures must be taken.
This mission will require a good bit of preparation, but not in the usual way. No single spell could ever match the power of an entire guild of assassins, so trying to create one would be a waste of time. Instead, we will create an exceptionally weak spell, one that will only deal 700ths of a point of electric damage, incapable of harming anyone. But still, that electricity will be just enough to awaken the fighting spirit in any affected individual.
your respect. I just slaughter, don't be bothered. Watch where you step, it might be hot water. You oughta pay me now, cause right now it's about to go down.
Now, there's just one more left. I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm just run away. Run away and live your best life.
The ritual of purification is complete. Well done. Sithis has been appeased, and the time has come to acknowledge and reward your unwavering loyalty. Your life in the sanctuary is over. Those contracts are behind you. Now, you will serve the Black Hand. You will serve me. No longer will you receive your orders directly. Instead, you will visit secret dead drops. Your next contract can be found at the Dead Drop on Hero Hill, southeast of here. A hollow in the moss-covered rock contains all you need to know. Ah, yes, there is one last thing. I have for you a very special gift. Waiting just outside is a magnificent steed named Shadowmere. She has served me well. I present her now to you as a token of my trust and love.
Our next target is a necromancer whose hideout is far off any city or road, so we're gonna make us a spell to cut down on travel time. As soon as we come in, we can find the Necromancer's secret journal just lying around in the open. In here, he details his attempt at becoming a lich, including clearing up a common misconception about liches, dying when their soul container is destroyed, which in reality only works if the transformation is still incomplete. Our next contract is found under the great oak tree in Coral, and this time we have to not kill an entire family.
Do your worst.
So much senseless violence in this world. No, seriously, this doesn't make any sense. Why are they fighting?
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Kinda wanna know which one wins though.
No time to waste, I'm on a death watch. Wiping out the enemy is the next thought. 10K bounty, thoughts not cloudy. Chainsaw, make your brains roll, don't doubt me. Put your life on the line to survive. This game of death, you must thrive. Stay clear, cause the world is mine. And the right fist backs every word of my lines. Attack on sight, red, black, white is all that is needed. Delivering a beating, face all bleeding. You no longer breathing, stop sign for your eye, life is depleting. Call me a heathen, this mad world is feeding. My appetite for destruction and my reason. It's the last, you're feeling my drip. If you don't, you can feel your chest cavity split. It's a mad world. Better watch your step. It's a mad world. Now take your last breath. No one can be trusted. Get your face busted. The result is a fatal concussion. Organ combustion. Metal spike thrusting. Through your back jack has no time for discussion. Spike back busting. Man doors cushion. Through your flesh is a mess while I'm pushing your body in a trash can. Who will be the last man to ask me?
Oh, hello there. I'm sorry, you startled me. My nerves get rattled rather easily these days, I'm afraid. Living alone will do that to you. Now, is there something I can help you with?
This is gonna be a tough one. How do you get a mother to give up the location of their children to an assassin?
My children? Whatever for? Oh dear. Excuse an old woman's stupidity. You're here to pick up my gift list.
Wait, seriously?
Using your gift service was the smartest thing I've ever done. My children are spread across Cyrodiil, and it's so hard to shop for them all. So here's the list of all my precious little ones, though I dare say they're not so little anymore. They grow up so fast, I swear. You'll notice that the list gives each child's location and some suggestions for gifts. Oh, and here's the gold I'm supposed to give you. Now please go. Those children are so dear to me, and I'd really like you to get them something special. Thanks again.
Did I cast my persuasion spell and forget? And who are you? Let's just stop questioning whatever it is that just happened and get some gifts. I've got just the right incantation too. Hey, delivery! Whoa, hold your horses! How about you rein it in with the attacks? I know this might sound a little hoarse, but it's time to settle with the responsibility of carrying your family's legacy. Oh, come on, stop falling around and just get off your high horse already. Ain't that a kick in the head? Our next contract is hidden inside the well of Singard Castle, and this note looks a bit off. Even the handwriting is all weird. It's probably just got some water on it. We've got more important things to worry about anyways, like this whole poison debate going on right now. With all those knot killings happening recently, some people argue it would be best to restrict access to poison. But others argue that it's not poison that kills people, it's people that kill people. But Todd will disagree. It is in fact poison that kills people, even if said poison coats a dagger stepped into your chest. Time to get out of here before the guard shows up. But before we go, I could use a quick refreshment. That's weird. Who locks a keg? I guess he must have killed a Brotherhood member and tried to hide it. Yeah, that would also explain why he's been in hiding. Time to get the next dead drop. This time it's under a bridge next to a village that for some reason gives me this weird existential dread. Like I was torn from reality and thrown into a completely different world. Oh, it's probably just the stress of the job getting to me. Speaking of, the next target is an Argonian hiding inside a flooded cave. I don't have to explain why I don't want to fight an Argonian underwater, so we're gonna prepare by first making a pair of shoes that let us breathe underwater. God, I love magic. Then we're gonna make a stop in our old friend Honmun's house for a frost salt. Get one more from his neighbor, and in the safety of the night we can... Oh, this is a bit awkward. I won't tell anyone if you don't tell anyone. Oh, this is gonna suck so much. Ha! 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 We can enter their basement for the final frost salt we need to summon ourselves a companion that is sure to put our target's waterborne advantage on ice. Our next contract is hidden inside this abandoned castle, and as you can see, we're alone. My Frost Atronach asked to return to its elemental plane because, quote, being summoned to this plane makes me more uncomfortable than the time I was summoned to Moloch Baal's courtyard. Pretty cold if you ask me, but it's his choice to make, so I was cool with it. Next to the target's name we also get his schedule and an interesting note on his health. He suffers from an allergy to honey and an attraction to booze. So we buy ourselves some meat, which is honey-based booze, and some magic scrolls. By equipping these scrolls and then dropping the meat, we can duplicate it. Now all we have to do is remove all food and drink from his house and leave behind the duplicated meat instead. For a weekend he'll remember for as short as he lives. And now we wait. You dead yet, buddy? Not that I would have anything to do with it. Yep, he's, that's a bit weird looking. I guess he also... No, that wouldn't make any sense for him to travel so much if he... Maybe he was another traitor. Yeah, that must be it. The next contract is hidden in the middle of the Imperial capital, and the next target is equally easy to reach, camping out in the mountain range just north of the city. The very steep mountain range, where an accident could happen at any time. For the next dead drop, Lucien got creative and put it inside of an ancient elven ruin. Looks like my magic doesn't work down here. If it wasn't for my shoes, it would be very easy to get stuck down here and drown. If I didn't know better, I'd say this dead drop was arranged as a death trap. But the only one dying today, or tomorrow, it's quite a way to brave it, will be a wood elf named Ungolem. He has been warned about our appearance, but instead of hiding away, he decided to engage us in open combat. He even bribed the guards to stay out of the fight. Seeing how he went through such lengths to guarantee us a fair fight, we will of course pocket ghost. While the guards won't interfere in us fighting, they will still try to kill off the ghost we just summoned. And one stray arrow from Ungolem is all it takes to turn the guards against him.
No! No! I'm too late. I thought I could get here in time. Thought I could stop you! By Sithis, what have you done? What madness has claimed you? You have betrayed me. You have betrayed the Dark Brotherhood. Why? I am here to end your miserable life. But I can see the confusion in your eyes. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Seeing how I haven't killed anyone, no, I really don't.
Your first dead drop contract. You carried that out, killed Celidaean. After that, you eliminated the Draconis family, as ordered. Then, betrayal. Your dead drops went unvisited. Your targets ignored. Instead, you have been systematically killing off all of the members of the Black Hand. The surviving members of the Black Hand know you're innocent. They know you are only following orders. They believe I am the traitor. The traitor somehow switched your orders and has been sending you to the wrong dead drops. You and I have been deceived. Here is what you must do. Go now to your next dead drop, lie in wait, and confront whomever drops off the false contract. Uncover the true traitor's identity, and then come see me. I'll be in hiding. Fort Farragut is no longer secure. It's under watch by the Black Hand. I'll wait for you at Apple Watch, the farm where you killed the old Draconis woman. It should be empty and safe. Now go, and may Sithis help us all.
Lucien, before we part ways, I just have to know, do you have any gardening tips?
You can find canned bolete growing in caves. They're said to mark the place. Someone has died.
Thanks, bud. Good, the dead drop is still missing. Now we can just wait here until they try to drop it off and get them. Wait, that's him! Stop right there, criminal scum!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. It was the robed man. He paid me to put those things in the barrel. I don't know his name, and his face was in shadow. He called to me yesterday as I walked by the lighthouse. I think he lives there. It's just outside the city walls. I think the robed man has lived there for quite some time, in the cellar. Listen, that's all I know, really. Maybe Ulfgar Fogeye can tell you more. He's the lighthouse keeper, and probably rented out the cellar.
Well now, what might you want?
Come.
Oh, do you now? And just why should I give you that?
The void.
The Dark Brotherhood? Oh, okay. Here's the key. Just don't hurt me. I won't say a word, I swear. If you're here to kill that fellow in the cellar, then good. I won't call the guards or nothing. He's doing unnatural things down there. I've heard the screams and the smells. I never should have rented out that cellar. Never.
It's still hard to believe that all of this only happened because the Lightkeeper didn't call the guards on his tenant because he was afraid of losing the money he makes renting out his basement. Whoa, it's fine, boy. Don't worry. I'll find you a new home once I figure out what happened down here. If this diary is to be trusted, then the traitor is a member of the Brotherhood himself. His mother got killed by Lucien and he's been working towards his revenge ever since. I'm starting to have a bad feeling about this. I better get back to Lucien.
Silencer, at last you've arrived. Fear not, for the crisis that has threatened the Dark Brotherhood has finally come to an end. I am Arquin, speaker for the Black Hand. As you can see, we have dealt with the betrayer, Lucien Lachance. No longer will you serve as his puppet. It seems Lachance wanted revenge against the Dark Brotherhood for some reason, and used you to do his dirty work. But now we can begin anew. I bestow upon you the title of Speaker. You will take Lucien Lachance's place on the Black Hand. Welcome. As you know, the Black Hand is now in a state of disarray. Lachance ordered you to kill us off. We five, including you, are now all that remain. Even worse, you killed the listener! The Black Hand without a listener is like a hand with no thumb. Even the listener's successor is dead. So, we have no choice but to invoke an ancient ritual. We must wake the Night Mother from her slumber and seek her guidance. Between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m., ask me about the Night Mother, and we will away to Our Lady's home. Only then will the ritual begin.
Of course, I will do just that. After all, who would wanna see a guild of killers fall apart?
Behold the Night Mother. The locals call this statue the Lucky Old Lady. They have no idea how lucky they really are. For this stone effigy masks the entrance into the Dark Brotherhood's most revered unholy site, the crypt of the Night Mother herself. In a moment we will begin. I will recite an incantation, and we can proceed down into the crypt and seek an audience with the Night Mother. I know this is all very overwhelming, dear child. Just follow along and you'll be fine. Now, let's go see what the future holds, shall we? Unholy matron, we of the Black Hand beseech you. Reveal yourself now, most magnificent Night Mother, so that we may seek your guidance.
What is the meaning of this desecration? Who has disturbed my ancient slumber?
Dearest Night Mother, most unholy maiden, please, we beg your mercy in this our time of need. The Black Hand seeks your guidance.
Ah, yes, I have been expecting you. The listener now kneels by Sithis, as does his successor. There is a traitor amongst you.
The traitor is dead, dear mother. We have come now to ask your blessing. Anoint one of us your listener so we can restore the Black Hand.
Foolish little girl. Lucien Lachance served Sithis till his dying breath. The Black Hand remains tainted by betrayal. Restoration is impossible.
Enough of this.
細かい出来事は違っても運命は決して変えられない。 お前はその隙間に逃げ込むしかないのだ。もしお前をこのまま生かし、お前を見失ったなら、いずれ私を倒そうとするだろう。それが未来の運命だ。ここで絶対に生かしてはおけない。この後ジョリーンたちがいなくともお前は脱獄し、私はケープカナベラルでお前を見失う運命。時の加速が始まったケープカナベラル以前のここなら、お前がどこにいるかわかる。因縁を消せるのは今ここでなのだ。だから刑務所の時点で時の加速を止めた。覚悟を決めろ。覚悟は幸福だぞ、エンポリオ。
あんたは希望。
これが人類のためなのだ。消えろ、エンポリオ。
運命は決まっていて変えられないのなら、お前に変えてもらうことにしたよ。お前の腕が入り口の隙間で僕の頭に押し込んだんだ。ウェザーがお前に殺される時、リスクにして取り出したウェザーリポートの能力、ジョリーンお姉ちゃんが僕に持っててくれって授けてくれたディスクだ。
神の未明において退ける。お前の行動はエンポリオ、自分の悲鳴をさらに地獄のラッパにするだけのことだった。所詮頭に他人のディスクを入れても、ウェザーの能力はウェザー本人の才能。お前が楽々と自由自在に操れるものではない。そして再び時を加速させた。我が大いなる目的の前でエンポリオ、崩れ落ちる自分の貧弱さを思い知れ。なんだこれは。立てない。何かまずいぞ。なんだこれは。ウェザーリポート。
本で読んだことがある。生物にとって最も身近にある猛毒は空気であると。生き物が生きるためには酸素が必要だ。だがその濃度は 40% 以下でなくてはならない。100% 純粋な酸素は猛毒で生物を死に至らしめる。高濃度の酸素は鉄ならあっという間に錆で腐食させ、炎なら爆発し、人体の細胞分子なら電子を奪って次々と組織を破壊していく。大量に吸うとまず手足の先から麻痺し、立つことができなくなる。眼球の毛細血管が切れ失明する。いくら時を加速しようと関係ない。ウェザーリポートは天候を操る能力。すでにこの部屋に純粋酸素を大量に集めていたんだ。そして意識を失っていく。 100% の酸素は組織の内部へ。
この構造が
僕の意志じゃない。ウェザーの眠っていた能力だ。あんたがウェザーの記憶を奪い、そしてカタツムリの能力と共に目覚めさせたのはプチ神父、あんたなんだ。人の出会いも重力。あんたは因縁が切れなかった。
やめろエンポリオ、ウェザーを止めろ。こんなことをさせるな。私が到達した私の能力は神のご意志だ。神が望んだ能力なのだ。新しい人類が始まり、人間の未来はこれで救われるのだ。まだ時の加速が始まったケープカナベラルに到達していない。 メイドインヘブンは未完成なのだ。ケープカナベラルの後ならいくらでも命を捧げよう。私が死んだら私がここまでやってきたことが起こらないということに人類の運命が変わってしまうんだぞ。人々は時の旅で見た運命を見なくなる。覚悟を知ることがなくなるんだ。覚悟こそ幸福ということを思い出してくれ。ここで私は死ぬわけにはいかないのだ。
わからないのか。お前は運命に負けたんだ。
ほざくな小僧。
僕一人じゃない。僕をここに送り込んだジョリーンお姉ちゃんの意志だ。ウェザーも FF エルメスアナスイ、それに丈太郎さんもだ。みんな未来なんか知らなくても覚悟があった。覚悟ができていなかったのはお前だプッチ。正義の道を歩むことこそ運命なんだ。
やめろ。知った風な口を聞いてんじゃないぞ。このちっぽけな小僧が。
So, at last we meet. I have been following your strange journey through the Dark Brotherhood, young one. You, a mere underling, even managed to single-handedly eliminate half of my Black Hand.
Oh please, that is entirely too much praise. I was just in the right place where all those people happened to die around me.
So you did, my child. So you did. If only my other children had served me so well. You see, I have known of Matthew Bellamont's intentions since he was just a boy. But I refused to reward such incompetence. Ungoliant was weak. Indeed, I allowed Matthew Bellamont to proceed on his destructive course, just as I allowed you to intercept him.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
Don't you see? Our dread father foresaw your defeat of the traitor here in this very crypt. You have been chosen. You are to be my new listener.
Wait, I'm the only person allowed to pick up contracts now?
You will get what you desire. Now begins your true journey. Before I send you away, however, I would like to present you with a rather special reward. I see you still possess the
normal leather
given you by Lucien Lachance when you first met. Allow me now to unlock its true
void.
Now go. Leave this crypt and serve our dread father till your dying breath.
Honored listener, I offer myself as your humble servant and guide. You must fulfill your new duties. The statue in Breville serves as a conduit between the Night Mother and the listener. Once a week, you must visit the statue, talk to it. You will be presented with a list of names and locations. These are people who have prayed to the Night Mother. They request a visit from a speaker to arrange someone's assassination. There's so much work to be done. So much work.
Absolutely, I mean just one missed week of contracts could doom not just this, but potentially all sanctuaries in all of Tamriel, and then no one would get killed anymore. Who wants to go on vacation? Really like what you did with your hair.